welcome to my podcast. My name is Camila Alzate, and today I'll be talking about the importance and challenges that Asia is facing in the current global scenario. So I'm going to start with the challenges. This information comes from the IMF blog, and we can see that there's a high impact on the tariffs between the United States and Asia. We can see that there's high tensions due to this implementation, and we can see that directly in the growth reduction of Asia in these years. In the case of China, there has been a downgrade of 4%. So we can see that this tension is causing a lot of differences and difficulties to the country and the continent. We can also see that there's high spending in consumer needs, and that directly affects the costs of services and goods, and therefore how the consumer and the population is going to confront these difficulties. We can see that the technology is having a very big impact in how they're growing. We can see that through the trade agreements that they have, and we can see that there has been this vulnerability rising from the United States and the protectionism they're giving to technology, specifically artificial intelligence. All of these aspects pretty much show the weak demand, the global demand, how they're having a reduced trade, their tighter financial conditions, and the rising of uncertainty. What are they going to do in the next years? What is going to happen? And how these numbers are going to continue advancing and incrementing, and how are they going to continue through this? So according to that, and in addition, we can see that there's a vulnerability in the growth model. There are much aspects that are pretty much affecting the growth and the productivity between countries. So we want to know how their relationship is going to be treated in order to continue growing in these market conditions, which are very tight, and as well as the trade tensions there's between countries. So on the other side, we have positive aspects. It's not only the negative aspects. We can also see that there can be growth through new trade opportunities, through other diversification in export markets and in trade agreements, which can really structure in a positive way their reform, and therefore creating a more stable policy that can benefit their investments, that can benefit their costs, etc. We can also see that there's going to be a coordinated measure about restructuring the debt. For example, in the financial actions, we can see also that they're going to be preventing excessive borrowing, and they're going to help the support of consumption, which is something that we talked about, that how population is going to be facing a lot of costs, and they're being directly affected. And we can also see that there's going to be an assistance and programs that can help in this way of restructuring the markets and improvements in the health and education sector to build a human capital. And we can see that it is very important to provide a diversified economy, that everything is included, that every idea that has a positive impact are being connected with every countries in order to continue growing in this very difficult economy. And we can see that the technology and other sectors have a very big impact on it. So it's very important to continue creating flexible policies, to continue having stronger regional economy that pretty much ties everything in and helps them grow. So thank you very much. I hope this information is very useful and that we can see this grow through the next years. Thank you.